you have had an absolutely awful day. Just nothing's gone right. It's been stressful, emotional, and you're tired and you're just excited for this day to be over. What is the first thing you do in response? What kind of prayers did you pray in the middle of it? Because the texts we're covering this week are what I'd imagine Jesus' worst day is. Absolutely awful. And the way Jesus responds to his trials, the trial he knows he's going to face, I think is a good lesson for any follower of Jesus. We covered this text yesterday, okay, so this probably sounds familiar if you were around yesterday. But Jesus' prayer shows us so much that I just want to hit it again. So if you'll read with me, Matthew 26, 36 through 46. Here we go. Then Jesus went with them to a place called Gethsemane, and he said to his disciples, "Sit here while I go over there and pray." And taking with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, he begins to be sorrowful and troubled. And then he said to them, "My soul is very sorrowful, even to death. Remain here and watch with me." And going a little farther, he fell on his face and prayed, saying, "My Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will." And he came to the disciples, and he found them sleeping. And he said to Peter, "Could you not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray that you may not enter into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak." Again, for the second time, he went away and prayed, "My Father, if this cannot pass unless I drink it, your will be done." And again he came and found them sleeping, for their eyes were heavy. So leaving them again, he went away and prayed for the third time, saying the same words again. Then he came to the disciples and said to them, "Sleep, and take your rest later on. See, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us be going. See, my betrayer is at hand." Jesus saying, "Please take this suffering away. Let this cup pass from him," shows us first, it's not wrong to pray to God for freedom from pain. It's not wrong to pray to God and ask. And I know that's probably not the most shocking thing in the world, but there's this trend that's been going on among Christians, and I've even said it, I'm guilty of this, where we say God's not a genie, which is true. God's not a genie, but the implication is that kind of shames us for asking for things from him sometimes. Our prayer lives should also be more than asking for things. Don't get me wrong, okay? Like I said, he's not a genie, but he is a good father. And it's not wrong to go to your Father with requests to ask for freedom from pain, for deliverance. But specifically, I want to look at how Jesus ends his prayer. Okay, so he says, "Will this cup please pass from me if possible?" But he ends it every time saying this, "Not as I will, but as you will." That's a really hard thing to say. Especially because Jesus knows what's about to happen. He knows what's in store for him next. He knows the pain he's about to face. But he knows God has a plan. God the Father has a plan. And so despite this thing coming up that's causing him to worry, he prays, "Not my will be done, but yours." So here's my hope and here's my prayer for myself and for you all watching, is that we could be people who freely pray, "God, I know you're in control. I know that this crazy circumstance going on, please free me from it. But I will still surrender to your will over